whenever you see those words, right, combining sentences, which choice most effectively combines the sentence? If you see this, you must think about the simplest answer. I can't stress that enough. If you do that, you'll see multiple times within this live stream that the simplest answer was the right answer. And again, it can be so helpful to think about that. Thumbs up, guys, if that makes sense. Which choice most effectively combines the sentence at the underlying portion? Anytime you see combines the sentences at the underlying portion, look for the simplest answer. Okay, we're looking for the simplest answer. We got to make sure simplest is usually shortest. So it's not to say that D is the right answer, but this is a really helpful hint that you might not already know, probably don't know because this is kind of an obscure thing. If you see combined sentences at the underlying portion, most of the time it's going to be the simplest answer. So you don't go in and you don't just circle D because that is the simplest, shortest answer. Instead, you ask yourself, could the other answers be right with some skepticism, knowing that D is more likely than not going to be the correct answer. Very helpful there. Okay, nitrogen, a key element found in all proteins, one of the most important factors in animal survival. It is important because proteins. Anonymous, that's awesome. Yeah, thanks again for the comment. That's great. Yeah, this is a gold mine. I just hope more people find the YouTube channel. Help us spread the word there. That's awesome. It is important. So yeah, this is important since, and it is because I can almost guarantee this one's D without looking too closely. It's definitely not B or C, and the use of a semicolon makes something a little bit more complicated. So 3, I think, should be D. Right? We're always trying to go with the simplest answer. Does that make sense? A lot of time-consuming questions here. Which choice most effectively combines the underlying portion? Think simply, right? Other groups have funding projects to improve the nation's cycling infrastructure. As a result of the improved infrastructure, more people are encouraged to use bicycles as their primary means of transportation. In addition, more people and along with the infrastructure, and then along with the to use. I don't think that's right. Oh, and along with the improvements came the encouragement of more people. No, not the encouragement of, which was accompanied by more people being encouraged, which in turn encouraged. Does everybody see that? Again, it's D again. It's the short. It's relatively speaking the shortest answer choice, which in turn encouraged more people. You don't just immediately. So I got to be clear about this. Do not immediately select. Thumbs up if this makes sense on those combined sentences. It so happens that on this test, the 2 questions we've seen so far on combining sentences have, in fact, been answer choice D. Do not immediately assume that. Usually, answer choice D is the simplest answer. You don't want to immediately assume that, but it gives you a benefit to say, okay, this is probably 60% of the time, this D will be the right answer. The shortest, simplest answer will be the correct answer. But the other 40%, so you go in with like a little confidence that it's D, but you don't guarantee it. Thumbs up, guys, if that makes sense. That's very key. That's also, right, 23, guys. Does everybody see 23? That's the simplest answer. Another combining, it's not D this time, but once again, the simplest answer was the right answer, or yeah, I think it's the right answer, stated that artists' old masters, who are exclusively men, comma, often portrayed women. I think it's got to be A, and that happens to be the simplest answer. It wasn't D this time. Thumbs up, guys, if you saw that. Again, don't assume that even the simplest answer will be D. When I talked about that skepticism 60-40% thing just a second ago, I'm really talking about the simplest answer, going in with the idea that 60% of the time, 80% of the time, the simplest answer will be right, something like that.